Hey lovely parents, nice to have you here as always. So this video will share some of the secrets I know to be very true as to why playing games together as a family can have a world of benefits that are all too often completely overlooked. And all of which I have used time and time again with 100% success. Well, we all know there's an ocean of games you can play together. And I say, first and foremost, games are a very powerful tool for parents. You know, games have the capacity to switch up energy instantly. You know, and the beauty is each and every game on the planet is perfect for a particular moment and energy level. Of course, the big, fun, energizing, vibrant games, you know, such as You Just Dance, such as charades, you know, are great for an outdoorsy pursuits. You know, they're great for kind of cooped up, stagnant, you know, or over-energized children that just need kind of tiring out and relaxing, you know, as well as having the ability to kind of physically shake off those sort of low moods that children can be in sometimes. You know, non-equipment games such as your I Spy, such as 20 questions, are kind of great for channeling energy to a specific focal point mentally, you know, whereby kind of, you know, chaotic energy or over-energized children, or even perhaps fighting amongst them, you know, that can kind of be redirected into, you know, looking for a specific color, or, you know, asking a certain question, or remembering the name of something, you know, in your kind of word, number, imagination games, where you essentially bring all of that chaos and carnage and contain it, you know, into lovely peace, calm and focus. Games can interrupt a moment turning sour. Games distract. You know, quick little games like rock, paper, scissors and thumb war are so instantly accessible that, you know, they're great mediators. You know, as I always say, like, right, none of this, you two, just rock, paper, scissors it out. You know, and if you must, get their permission before they play, that the game's decision is final. So by knowing and judging the feeling and energy of your children well, which you do constantly, you know, and almost foresee where that's all heading, you use their natural instinct as a child to want to play and have fun in order to change the situation with the game. And then you just find, you know, everything sort of naturally flips around to a much more positive feeling, you know, great outcome. And if nothing else, you know, in terms of switching around energy, playing any family game will almost certainly always, you know, elevate and enliven you all from those kind of low yucky moods we find ourselves in sometimes. Now, games are also incredible for transforming dull tasks into more interesting, cheery pursuits. Perhaps like, how many sock balls can you put together and throw into the drawer from a distance away race? Way more fun. Or, you know, Bob, Bob, you collect all the green fruit and vegetables we need. Ethel, you collect all the reds and yellows, and I collect all the blue. Meet you back at the trolley, go. And obviously I don't need any blue. Or there's an example from a book I read of a wonderful big family that played a lovely little game when they were putting all their socks and smalls and knickknacks and laundry away. That basically they all would take it in turns to stand up and sing a song, and they would sing, you know, put their heart and soul into singing their most favourite song. But if you know, missed any words, or you sung out of tune a little bit, or you got it wrong in any way, basically everyone else pelted them with their sock balls. And, you know, you took it all in turns, and by the end, whoever had the most sock balls had to put away all the laundry. Now, this became so much fun and such a thing within the household that, you know, even their friends used to love coming over and joining them, you know, and helping, putting their laundry away, for goodness sake, because it was just so much fun. And, you know, what could have potentially been, you know, really mundane and really dry and boring, and potentially quite stressful within a large family, you know, actually became one of their most favourite weekend events, you know, which is incredible. And as Hail the Great and Mighty Mary Poppins once said, you know, for every job that must be done, there is an element of fun. You find the fun and snap the job's a game. And nobody ever messed with Mary, did they? She was firm, very firm, yet fun. Or the things she did were fun. You know, everything was made into a game, you know, an opportunity for creativity and imagination. And of course, you know, the kids utterly adored it. You know, anybody would. You might say, okay, soldiers, come here quickly. Stand to attention. You have a top secret mission for your country. Soldier Bob, I need you to gather all of the planes and put them neatly away in the box. It's very, very top secret work, Soldier Bob, for your country. And Soldier Ethel, I need you to gather every single last train, every train whatsoever, and put them away in the drawer. Now, I'm relying on my two best soldiers to get the job done. Can you complete the mission? And they'll be like, yeah. And if you want to crank it up a bit, you'd be like, can you complete the mission? Oh, goodness gracious. And they'd be like, yeah. And you're like, on your marks, get set, go soldiers, go, go, go. And they'd be running around like blue ass blinking flies. You can almost imagine it, can't you? Trying to get those toys put away. Why? Because it was fun. Goodness me, if someone made me into a soldier and told me to put toys away, I'd flipping love that. Hashtag fun vibes. You know, of course, children must learn responsibility, you know, and I'm a huge advocate of all children, you know, from a very young age, you know, tidying up after themselves, for example. Absolutely. You know, however, knickers needn't get twisted about any of it. You know, ultimately, we all know as adults in a funny old world, you know, in the grand scheme of things, you know, it's quite unimportant and not worth adding to any more of your concerns as parents. So wonderfully, you know, and contrary to popular belief, you know, instead of games being these kind of long-winded, arduous, you know, kind of once in a blue moon, you know, ridiculous things, they're actually these wonderful, hard-working on your behalf, you know, incredible things. And whereby getting into the groove of games, you know, being a kind of way of life almost, is the far easier option for the parent, far easier than, you know, getting stressed constantly, or, you know, having to negotiate all the time, or ask and ask and ask, or, you know, all those annoying, horrible things we end up becoming sometimes as adults, which we all hate being. You know, instead, sprinkling more, you know, lovely family games throughout your lives, you know, not it only makes things easier to deal with, you know, bad moods, chores, disputes, but keeps the tone of family life lighter, more carefree, you know, able for everyone to kind of have more fun and be themselves, and, you know, and just, you know, be more positive in general. You know, so then when you do come to be serious about a matter and have a real conversation, you are taken vastly seriously. And it's fun. Playing games together is fun, for goodness sake. You know, just enjoying life a little bit more. You know, goodness me, why else did you have children? Yes, to raise awesome humans to go forth onto the planet and thrive, of course. You know, but also to enjoy the process, no? Because aside from being this very powerful creative tool, you know, incorporating games, you know, not simply just for the children to play, you know, but all together, you know, does create a more happier, beautiful dynamic within your family.